Hey, what's up, you guys? Today, I'm coming at you with my kind of late Sephora VIB sale haul, I guess you could say. It wasn't exactly the sale that I shopped, but since I work at JCPenney, once in a while we get an extra percentage off with our discount that applies to the Sephora inside JCPenney. So I did a little damage, not gonna lie, but I did get everything for like pretty much half of what it would have been had I purchased everything full price. So that's amazing. And then I have a couple random palettes that I've gotten pretty recently that I wanted to share with you guys as well. Everything in here, aside from one item, has been used, so I can offer a little bit of review on the products as well. And I need to hurry this along because I have a wedding to go to today. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first things that I got were actually 4 of the Sephora makeup wipes. These are the charcoal ones. So I got 2 packs of charcoal and 2 packs of the green tea. Both of those different kinds have these like exfoliating beads on the back of the wipe and then the smooth side on the front. I love that. I feel like it totally just like scrapes all the dead skin and makeup off of my face. A lot of people don't really like them though, so I think, and I don't want to say anything because I don't want to speak this into existence, but I'm pretty sure they might be discontinuing those kinds, so I stocked up. I got like 4 packs of them. Really love them. They're my like favorite holy grail makeup wipe. Then I got something from Bare Minerals, which is something that I never thought I would purchase because Bare Minerals as a brand doesn't really speak to me that much. But I got a highlighter from them. They have this whole new line of like bronzers and highlighters that are in like a pressed form, which usually Bare Minerals stuff is like a loose powder. So I thought I would check this out. This is in the shade Free. It's their Endless Glow highlight. This is what the packaging looks like. Pretty basic. And then you open it up and it's really pretty. It's like this like light golden tone. I think there's 3 different shades in the line. I thought it was just gorgeous and I thought it would be more blinding than it is. Granted, you know, it is pretty shimmery and beautiful, but when you sheer it out on the cheeks, it looks a little more natural than I thought it was going to be. Granted, you know, I like that for days where I want to go more natural, but it's just not like totally what I thought it would be. Like I'm looking for like this every day. So this is a little bit more neutral for my liking. This is the one thing I haven't used yet. This is the NARS Voyager eyeshadow palette in the shade Quartz. I want to say Tati talk about this palette. And to be honest, these palettes weren't even like out in my store yet. They were like in the little drawer underneath the NARS shelf. But it looks like this. There's a couple different combinations of these palettes, but this is the one I got. Everything in here is metallic and like shimmery. There's no mattes. But yeah, like I said, I haven't used this yet. I've swatched it. They swatch beautifully. But I can't really speak on like the wear time or anything like that. I don't really have much experience with NARS shadows. I have like 1 duo and then a couple of those dual intensity ones. But other than that, I haven't really used much from NARS, just in general. So excited to try that out. Then I did get a skincare product. This is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Pink Juice Moisturizer. It says it's for oily to combo skin, but I really have been loving it. It looks like this. You can see that I've used some of it already. I use this pretty much every night. I think it actually would be better as like a day moisturizer, but it smells really good. It adds like a little glow to the skin. The only thing I don't like about it is the cap on the packaging. It like snaps closed, which is nice for like traveling, but it's really kind of difficult to like pull the cap off of your bottle. But otherwise, beautiful bottle, you know, really luxurious, hard glass. And I've been loving it. So, and the packaging is just cute. It's watermelons. Then I have the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I swear to God, if you shopped this sale and didn't buy this primer, who are you? Because I feel like everybody that I've watched who have done like a Sephora haul recently have bought this primer. I love this. I'm wearing it today under my foundation. I think it adds just a really nice grip to the skin. Really holds onto your foundation really well. It says it has hemp-derived cannabis extract and blue agave extract for hydration and hold for all day. And I've really been loving this. I used this twice from this new bottle, but I did get a sample of it before I purchased it and like fell in love with it. So I'm excited for that. It might be my new Holy Grail primer. Who knows? And then I have this palette here. This is the Sephora I Love palette in Light Cool. They have 4 different ones. Actually, funny story. I was looking at these in the store, and I wanted to purchase this one, but I ended up initially purchasing like a totally different one because the names aren't very clear on the back of the palettes. So I ended up buying a different one and was really sad, but then I took it back and returned it for this one. This is what the packaging looks like. All the packaging looks pretty much the same on all 4 of them. It's just the print is in different colors. But this is what the palette looks like. Super boring looking, right? That's kind of what I thought of this palette first as well. You have your cool browns, your big like brow highlight shade, but these 3 shades right here are mwah, beautiful. Like, let me swatch them for you. Because I swear, I was talking to my friend in Sephora as I was swatching these, and I literally was just like dying. They are so pretty. I wore these the other day, and like, granted, they're Sephora brand, and they're fairly inexpensive, and they're not like, you know, super like crazy quality. But, you know, for the price that you're paying for this little palette, I think it is totally worth it. I used pretty much every shade in here yesterday, except from this, like, pinky middle shade. The look was gorgeous. Like, you know, super neutral with, like, that little pop of shimmery on the lid. But for, like, an everyday look, this is gorgeous. So, again, this is the Light Cool eyeshadow palette. But there are, like, 3 other ones. I think there's like a warmer one, a jewel toned one, and then maybe like a smoky one. So if you are into, you know, more cool toned shadows, I think that is definitely something to check out. And the price, you can't beat it. I think it's like $14 for this little palette. Then I have a couple other eyeshadow things. These are the Too Faced Crystal Whips Shimmering Eyeshadow Veils. And these 2 are gorgeous. I'm wearing one of them on the lids, or my lids today. That one that I'm wearing is called Pop the Bubbly, but I also got Totally Whipped as well. So this is Pop the Bubbly. This is the one I'm wearing on my lids today. They kind of remind me of the Stila shadows, except the Stila ones are more glittery, whereas this is just more like metallic-y, if that makes sense. So like, there's Pop the Bubbly. So you can see it's like shimmery, but it's not, probably more like the Stila, not the glitter ones, but the Shimmer and Glows, I think they're called. That's what these remind me more of. And this one is Totally Whipped, which I wore like the other day. This is more of a rose gold. So there's that one as well. They're just really gorgeous, and they build up really well. They last all day. It claims on here, you know, 12-hour long wear. It's part of their peach line, so it's got peach and sweet fig milk in it. But yeah, these are just really gorgeous. And like I said, I'm wearing the one on the lids today with the Tartelette in Bloom palette everywhere else. And I think it's like, I'm obsessed with this look. I also picked up something that I've been lusting after for forever. This is from Benefit. This is the Cheek Leaders Bronze Squad palette. In this palette, you get, 2 blushes, 2 bronzers, and a highlighter. So I've never used Benefit's Hoola. I always thought it would be too light for me. And just, I never had any interest in trying it. But I was interested in Hula Caramel that they just released. So in this palette, there is the original Hula, there's Hula Caramel, there's Gold Rush and Coralista. Coralista I've used before in like a little sample. And then there's this highlight here, which is like brand new. They don't have it released anywhere really other than this palette and the smaller palette, the shade Cookie. So this highlight I really wanted to try as well. Turns out I haven't even really dipped into Hula Caramel yet because Hula has been like something that I've been, you know, loving for bronzer. I'm not wearing it today because I wanted to kind of give love to some of my other bronzers. But this highlight though, shoot, Benefit needs to make this a single. But yeah, Gold Rush is super pretty too. A little more neutrally with that pop of gold in there. And then we'll swatch Hula just, you know, for the heck of it. And Hula Caramel we'll do too, I guess. Just to get a comparison. So, alrighty, so there's those 4. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. So you have Gold Rush, Cookie, Hula, and Hula Caramel. Hula is actually really nice, sheared out on me. Like, you know, I actually got a compliment the first day I wore it. Like, oh girl, you and your bronzer, shoot. And I was just like, it's Hula. Like, you know, Hula would have thought, huh? But yeah, I've really been into that palette lately. It's been like this one or that one and then this one I'm about to talk about have been like a struggle to like not use and use some of my like older stuff. This one is the Too Faced Sugar Peach Wet and Dry Face and Eye Palette. Again, part of their peach line. I'm wearing this blush on my cheeks today. This is what the palette looks like. Here, we'll go like this. You get like 2 kind of like highlighter shades. One of them could be maybe a bronzer. Excuse me, my sore throat has not gone away. You get 2 blushes. And this one here is the one I'm wearing. This is Peach Pop. This is so like glowy and gorgeous. Like you almost don't even need a highlight when you're wearing the Peach Pop shade. The Sugared Peach, which is this orangey one, is a little more matte, but I mean, it's still got some glow to it. Peach Pearl is gorgeous. I've used it wet and dry. I think wet definitely makes more of an impact, but you know, so does any powder product. And Peach Honey, I've tried to use as a bronzer. Doesn't really show up in that way on me a little bit. Like, I don't know, it's a little more sheer than I think I would want a bronzer to be on me, but you know, that doesn't really look too impressive on the figure. This one does, but it's gorgeous on the face. So yeah, I've been loving that palette recently. Super pretty on the skin. Just gorgeous. So those are all the things I got from Sephora. Let me show you the 3 newish palettes to my collection that I don't think I've talked about yet on any videos. The first 2 that I got are from Juvia's Place. My Ulta does not carry Juvia's Place, so when I was like at a different Ulta store, I saw these in there and I was just like, I love my Saharan 2 palette like so much from Juvia's Place that I wanted to try out more of their eyeshadows. So I picked up the Nubian, which is the only one I haven't used out of the 2 that I got. I've swatched it. It's beautiful. I just haven't gotten a chance to use it yet because I've been swamped with everything else that I love. But this is what the packaging looks like. I'm sure you've seen it before. It's gorgeous. Like, I love the art style. You know, it's a little more African. And this is the one that I got. I actually gave this palette to my aunt for Christmas without ever using it. Just based on the fact that I loved the Saharan 2. I got this because it was a little more neutral. And I thought that she would like it. This is the Warrior palette by Juvia's. Love the African themed again. And this is what that one looks like. So more neutral, more golden, lots of shimmery metallics. This one I've used a little bit. You know, I really like these two shades here. Nice lid shades. This is a nice brow bone shade, nice crease and transition shade, and then like, you know, outer corner. So I've been playing with this a little bit. I'm curious to see, I'll have to ask my aunt what she thinks of this palette or if she's used it since Christmas because, you know, like I said, these aren't, you know, I like a little more color usually than just this. Like, you know, I tend to go for something similar to what I'm wearing today. So like really metallic lid, you know, pinky reddish tones in the crease and outer corners. But I'll have to ask her, as somebody who maybe might prefer more neutrally stuff, what she thinks of this palette, or like, you know, if she likes it. And the last thing I want to talk about today is a palette from Lime Crime. This is the Venus XL2 palette. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. Okay, this is what it looks like inside. Sorry for the blindingness. Lots of greens, pinks, earthy tones all around. This shade Classical down here is beautiful for the outer corner. This shade In Bloom, this upper one here, can be used as a blush. I've done that before. Lots of like chunky metallic shades, but I love them so much. This is a palette that I was going back and forth about for a while, just because I don't tend to wear very many greens. But I was in Riley Rose and I swatched this palette. It is so beautiful. But yeah, love it. I kind of wish there was like some more of these orangey tones in here. Part of me really like is inspired to do a look based off of this cover. Like I really like the green, the pink, and the orange all together, but I don't know. I don't have an orange shade like this. Maybe in the James Charles palette or something. Or a green like this, but that I know is in the James Charles. Anyway, those are all the things I've been loving. I gotta go. I've got a wedding to go to, but I wanted to share you this haul because I've had all of the boxes for everything just like sitting in a Sephora bag, and I thought it was about time I shared it with you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and let me know down below what you purchased from the Sephora VIB sale, or if you happen to work at JCPenney, what you got at the associate sale. So, until next time, I will talk to you guys soon. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I will see you later. Bye.